Welcome to the show, everybody. Actually, let me get the screen in here. Why is it not showing up the share screen? Let's go to here first. Why don't you got your share screen in here? Did I lose him?
Sorry, I have to, they, 1 second. What do you mean?
All right, everybody. While we get this the share screen in here and get ready to go for the game tonight, we had a little bit of confusion here, so we were running a little bit late. I apologize about that. I welcome everybody in to Razorback Live with the Sarge for another Arkansas LSU round 2. This time we're in the enemy territory, and we want to hope that we get the same outcome that we had last time. Let's give a shout out to all the soldiers that come in. Nevada County Hogs in the building. James Schuff, how's it going? B Hog, congratulations on that new baby. Appreciate you coming through. Arky Joe, as always. Joe Cool, good to see you. Mrs. Sarge's in the house. Hero Blake, how we going? Absolutely, I agree. Hope we come to play. Unbiased, what's up, brother? I hear you. Actually, that game could just drag on just a little bit longer while we get this ready.
I'm trying to find it right now, and it's not showing on ESPN.
It's on, if you go to YouTube Live TV, it's on SEC Network.
Oh, it's on SEC Network?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
AZ Hog, let's go. Good to see you, man. Cape Hustle, welcome to.
I'm on it.
Ken Ray, all right.
I'm on that, but they're taking 10 years, and
I don't understand why I don't have you on the. Why you're not showing up on the screen here? Why are we not?
Hold on, let me end it. And bring it back up. It's still showing only the Vanderbilt game.
Yeah, there's still a few some seconds left, but I'm not.
Yeah, there's 27 seconds. They want to act like it's a damn playoff. Is it coming up now?
No, I don't even have you as an option like it normally does. Shows you.
Hold on 1 second.
I got you, but I don't have your share screen. Are you sharing the screen to the show?
Yeah.
Why would it not be coming up then? Like it normally does.
Nothing? It's not working?
No, I'm not getting you. And here, let me take that camera
Is
off
this
and add a camera. No, we want to
here's what I'll do.
take this.
All right, I took my share screen away.
There it is. There it is. All right. Now,
Can we see it?
Yes. I just got to make it fit the screen now. We'll be good to go. Technology, man, it's always something. And we're going to take the border. None. And that way we ain't got to mess with that. There we go.
Oh my God, bro. ESPN.com. Watch ESPN.
What are they doing now? Starting a game somewhere else?
Yeah, they got it somewhere else. Arkansas is already up 10-5, guys. I'm so sorry. All sports. Basketball. Networks. SEC Network Plus. Nothing. All networks. It's not showing it. It's saying it was on ESPN Plus, and it's just not showing it. Let's see here. Upcoming.
Right there. Arkansas LSU. There you go.
Oh, good Lord. 1 second. Can you hide my screen real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Never mind. It's on. The event has not started. That's what it's saying.
Come on, ESPN, get it together.
Oh, my God. That's bullshit. Sorry. Guess we're just going to be stuck watching Vanderbilt and Auburn, even though Auburn's down by like 8. They want to drag out minutes.
Freshman, sophomore, junior, no matter what year, he just happens to be a first-year guy.
Yeah, you have to put him up with the top point guards in the country. 31 points in the last meeting, and he was the difference in the basketball game. I mean, LSU played well.
There we go. We're up.
Darius
We're good.
Acuff with 24 of those 31 points in the second half.
All right, everybody.
We
apologize about
that. In a row. That's right. He took over the basketball game from every aspect, and right now the Arkansas Razorbacks are taking over this game on the defensive end, and they've held LSU to only 2 points
already.
Here early in the first 5 minutes.
LSU missed its first 7 shots. Not exactly the anatomy of an upset. If you're LSU trying to pull one off here, we'll see if they can heat up, and that'll help. A triple from the corner by P.J. Carter, the 5th-year senior.
Yeah, P.J. Carter had experience at Memphis last year. They need a pop right now to try to take off some of this Mardi Gras magic. And Malik Thomas,
Gotta love these late
he's a guy
games.
that we probably forget about, right? Because we talk about Darius Acuff so much.
Well, I mean, together, they're one of the best backcourts in the country. They just both happen to be freshmen. He's out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Played for overtime elite. But what a fantastic year he has had. Shooting 46% from behind the arc in conference play. This is the guy LSU needs to get going, McKinnon, and instead he throws it out of bounds.
When you talk about elite duos, you're not just talking about freshman duos. You see, Darius Acuff likes to switch from left to right hand in the air. And then you look at Malik Thomas. He has good size, the ability to shoot over his defenders at 6'5" and 185 pounds. This duo is simply sensational.
Arkansas
just walking him up to the rim.
5 shots. Acuff just makes it so easy, slithering into the lane and laying it up reverse style. And then a block by Thomas. Here comes the Razorbacks up 10. Almost rocking the rim was Billy Richmond, but it rattles out of there.
I get excited every time I see him in transition.
What's up, Moogly?
He is a human highlight film.
Inside, banging bodies and hammered that time. Robert Miller will draw a trip to the free throw line. There's Coach Cal, 34th season, 852 career wins. And we wish a happy birthday to one John Calipari.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking to him earlier today, and I said, Coach Cal, you know, with the guys out, you got what, maybe 5 or 6 players, but he knows that's where he does some of his best work. Last year, you know, it took him on another postseason
Ruby,
run,
what's
and
up,
then
buddy?
you see Matt McMahon just trying to get this program going. He's either had great non-conference years
Acuff
or
is
great
disgusting, man.
Southeastern Conference years where he went 500. You can see he's been to the NCAA tournament 3 times, and he's just still trying to get it going here at LSU.
Fish, I'm going to do some of my best work. You ready?
I'm ready. Let me see what you got.
Coach Cal, not the only significant person that has a birthday today. My wife tuning in. Happy birthday, Summer, who
that's right.
grew up a big Kentucky/Cal fan. So that'll certainly earn some points, I would like to think.
Well deserved. Well deserved.
Arkansas has piled up plenty of points here in the early going. Here's another blow by, that time a miss by Acuff. But there for the follow.
There we go,
was
Billy.
Richmond. One thing Coach McMahon talked to us
I don't
about
think
today,
we got
Fish,
Knox
they
and
can't allow the
Wagner
second
tonight
shots
either.
for Arkansas.
Well, right now, Arkansas is just quicker to the basketball. Those were 3 different plays in a row on that possession where they were just quicker. Darius Acuff was quicker, Malik Newman was quicker, and then Billy Richmond.
18-6. This is the spurt ability that Arkansas has.
Look at
off
Q-
his trampoline.
QB. Man, got me
Complete
confused.
rejection of Jalen Reese's
trying
shot.
to say it
looks like a posterizing moment right there, you know.
Well, and you think about Cal's teams that
No
went to the
posterize.
Final
Miss
Four
Kathy,
at
how you doing,
Kentucky.
love?
Think about guys like Anthony Davis. Rim protection was always part of their recipe. They're
Kirk
expecting
said, "Give
more
me that."
from their team.
And there's
by
another
getting
one.
More rim protection.
Tough shot by P.J. Carter in the tall timber. Able to bank it home to pull within 10. Arkansas offensively, you take a look at the metrics, and again, at this time of the year, I tend to look at conference marks.
Beautiful.
There you see great backdoor
my.
action, easy lay-in
Nice
for
pass.
Acuff Jr. He already has 9 points for
We
the
appreciate
Razorbacks.
you, Mr. Marquise,
That was a
man.
good
We
pass as well by
we
Malik
apologize.
Newman.
That was
You know, they're big
that's
to
all
pass
on
that
me.
first
That was
one.
on me tonight.
What I was saying,
I gotta be
Fish, is
better.
that you look at their offensive numbers, and they're top 3 in almost every relevant category.
I blame
in league
Vanderbilt.
play, not just
I blame Vanderbilt and Auburn for going too dang
games.
long.
And this is the end where they have to continue to improve, right?
Oh, he walked.
Defensively, not only getting stops, but completing those stops with defensive rebounds. And right now on the season, for Arkansas, their field goal percentage defense is 13th in the SEC. They're better than that, right?
Right.
And they've been playing better than that. They even did that at Mississippi State. They came out to a good start today.
Big
and the reason why
Sarge.
that's so important to their overall recipe.
Well, we
is
can blame a
because
little
the
on
ingredients
ESPN,
of
but
defense
there's
leads
I got to
to
take a
transition
lot of the
where they're as
responsibility
good as
myself
anyone
too,
in
because
the nation.
there was some
Off
faults
the
on my
inbounds
end
and try to get
for
McKinnon
sure.
going, and that's an easy call. Foul across the arm. That'll be on
And you know,
Ewan.
being the SARS, there's no excuses.
Ewan, who
I take my share of the
has
blame.
bounced around a bit originally out of Gwinnett County, Georgia. Ole Miss, South Plains Community College, and the Florida State Seminoles. Inside, hook shot. Can't get it. How about another effort instead of kick out? And the Tigers will reset. McKinnon. Little float game. Can't buy it. Nwoko.
There you go. Good
Stripped by
rebound.
Brazil.
Yeah, good hands. You know, you have to remember at Buck Ball, LSU played the Razorbacks. It was a 2-possession
Look at
game.
that. A
Mr.
cuff.
Ewing.
This is what Arkansas can do if you're not careful. They can take your breath away with what they're able to do offensively.
Yeah, they got me tempted to just sit back, relax, and enjoy this. But they are putting on a show.
It has been an offensive clinic. They lead the SEC in field goal percentage at 51, and they're shooting above that now. Here's a turnover. Numbers for the Razorbacks and a foul. Malik Thomas got hammered by Reese.
Take a breath, buddy.
Yeah, move it. I agree.
My goodness. We talked about freshmen. Nice pass by Ewing to Darius Acuff, and then Darius Acuff saying it's better to give than to receive. Giving it back to you, Ewing.
All right.
3 rows, 4 seasons. Built for the unstoppable.
We're going with the old school Pimp Hog tonight. He seems to bring us good luck when we have him as our commercial break screen. So we appreciate everybody coming in tonight. We got 93 people on YouTube. You make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. We appreciate that very much. As always, we on that march to 950. Ultimately, trying to get to that 1,000. Big announcement, too, is we will be, I don't know if it's a big announcement, but Friday will be our first live stream. I think it's Friday, Thursday or Friday. I'll have a thumbnail out tonight for it, but the first Arkansas Razorbacks baseball game live stream will be this week. So if you're a baseball fan, we got you covered. We will be doing all the baseball games, so you won't miss a one. And if you can't make the show, it'll be here for you when you get off work or get home or when you want to watch it. All we ask you just make sure and you hit that like button when you get done watching it. But we're going to bring it all to you starting this week. Robert, what's going on, buddy? You right, Pigpen. You right.
Brought to you by T-Mobile 5G home internet. Arkansas, they've got some of that 5G magic right now, just flowing and gliding up and down the court. 22-8. The opening couple of stanzas here.
Yeah, they did, Jeff. I see.
Arkansas
they even got a
right
no-hitter,
now,
I think, in
Joe
that
Lenardi has the Razorbacks
11-0 win,
as a
I think they had.
6 seed. You take a look at overall 10 teams in. Missouri the first 4 out. LSU and Oklahoma considered. Remember, it wasn't that long ago. LSU had a win here against Kentucky, all but sealed. And then Kentucky pulls off a Grant Hill, Christian Laettner type play, capped off by a Malachi Moreno shot at the buzzer. That did 2 things. It obviously hurt LSU psychologically.
Luke, how you doing,
and
buddy?
since then, Kentucky has been one of the hottest teams
We getting
in the
along,
league.
man.
Yeah,
That's all I can
have
say.
won
We
8 out
getting
of the
along.
last 9, Mike. And if you're wondering how in the world is LSU still in the hunt, Joe Lenardi, 2-8 in the league, it's because of the non-conference. They went 12-1. They knocked off the likes of an SMU out of the ACC. They helped clinch the ACC and the SEC challenge with a win at Boston College. The one loss was to Grant McCastle, who's got an impressive duo there as well in Texas Tech. And so, yeah, they could still go on the run due to the league of the SEC having 10 teams in the top 40 of the net ranking.
That's right, which is the most in the country. And Coach McMahon pointed out, hey, we still have 8 quad 1 games left on the schedule. That's the message to his bunch. It's there for you. You can either lay down or you can fight like heck and try to make another run like they did a couple of years ago. Shot clock ticking down, fade and fire. I don't think he got it off, doesn't matter. And it's Tamba. Well, we were talking about Arkansas. I know our cohort has kind of quit. Arkansas has a Final Four offense, but around a 32 defense. Defense so far in this game has been top notch.
It's been excellent. We have to remind our viewers, of course, DJ Thomas is not playing in this basketball game. A young man who would be leading the SEC in assists when he was playing, right? He was so good at distributing the basketball. He was terrific at butt walk. He controlled the tempo. He made sure that there he is right there. He made sure that the tempo didn't get out of hand, and you can see 6.5 assists, but he missed 8 of the last 11 games, and the transfer from UNLV just hasn't been able to get healthy.
He's only started 2 conference games, and I love what Coach McMahon told us, because nowadays, let's be honest, fans are become a little bit cynical with top-notch players exercising a little load management here and there. That is not the case with DJ Thomas. He's done everything he can with that foot to fight his way back multiple times. Unfortunately, the foot is not cooperating. Under 10 minutes to go in the opening half. Arkansas up 13. A-Cup can't hit the floater. Here comes LSU. A rare transition opportunity. 3-on-2 all the way. And a beautiful take. Knifing in is Rashad King.
Yeah, I like Rashad King's game. You know, he's the one, speaking of DJ Thomas being out, he's kind of inherited that starting point guard spot, starting 5 games in a row. And you can see he's not a true point guard, but he's a good decision maker and athletic and talented enough to help.
Thomas.
Tough shot in the lane. The points in the paint continue to pile up for Arkansas.
We're destroying the paint right now.
Yeah, that's what we need to be doing.
Have come in the paint. 3 ball, corner pocket, too strong. Here comes Arkansas again in transition. A-Cup downhill. Oh, great defense. A strip by Reese.
Now it's LSU the other way.
Attack mode perhaps. Nope, they'll peel back. And down low, Nwoko gets held by the Razorbacks.
Anytime you have someone that has the highly touted resume of Darius A-Cup, you always want to try to play a little bit better when they're at your position. And that's what Rashad King does. That's where Arkansas has got to get better. If you're Malik Thomas there, you don't want to reach, stand in there, stop the basketball, and get you a stop physically.
Tigers in the front court. They have not had many good looks in this first half. Shots blocked, shots contested, late clock situations. Kick ball there. So that'll buy them some extra time. The shot clock will advance from 8 to 20.
Look at the Razorbacks, though. They're breathing a little hard now. Remember, with Carter Knox and DJ Wagner being out, not as much rotation, so they're playing a lot of minutes. Malik Thomas played 40 minutes last game.
He's young.
Shot clock at 10. Knifing in the lane, up and under move, left-handed hook shot is no good. And that is a guy we haven't talked about much, Markel Sutton. Coach McMahon said he's got to play big for us to win games like this. Straight on 3, too strong, and a nice box out there by Nwoko.
Yeah, Markel Sutton, the transfer from Omaha, the real
That's a bad shot, Brazil.
He's having challenges adjusting to the athlete. That sends him in the lead.
My goodness! Nwoko nearly took the rim off the backboard.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's how you start Mardi Gras.
Woo. Extra spice in that gumbo. Man, oh man, where did that come from? Maybe that'll provide the spark that LSU needs.
Good Lord.
Well, my guess is it's going to provide a spark.
I about blew my eardrum out.
Which is better for us.
Yes. Kick out from A-Cup, Brazil again, and that's part of the game you were talking about, Fish, that has evolved.
Yeah,
that's the way you start Mardi Gras.
Step out and shoot the three-point shot, and he's kind of playing
like what?
Forward to the 5. Malik Ewing's more of a 5. Just makes you so much harder to defend.
Great ball movement, sets up an open trade. Nwoko possessed right now. Inside floater, good. LSU
almost got it.
Firing a few punches down low. Sutton with the bucket.
Got us a game.
Miss Kathy understood the assignment.
Before, keep your eye on the Razorbacks. Got
Remember, we got to put them threes in the chat when Arkansas hits a 3. B-Hall get it.
Darius A-Cup reads that as well. He settles it down here on the offensive end.
Around the screen, rise and fire.
Boom, there we go. Let's see him.
A triple for A-Cup.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that's NBA looking move, right?
He's good.
He is a special talent. Nwoko, this goes on his personal highlight reel for the rest of his life. Take a listen here.
Michael Nwoko! Just one little bounce. Hey, Brazil went for it. I respect it. My goodness. I see you, Michael. I see you.
Wasn't even that cool. It was just a regular dunk.
Yeah, it was pretty good one though. I'll give him that. All right, we got 109 people in YouTube and only 32 likes. Come on, guys, you can do better than that.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. I hear you, hero. These announcers, yeah.
What was it?
The last game said, "Oh, he posterizes Brazil." Onisha said, "Poster Brazil on a poster." Yeah, I was like, bro, oh, you give me a headache listening to these announcers. Yeah, it's crazy. There we go. We're getting a little better now. 108 and 44. That like and subscribe button. Your boys are on a road march. And thank God we're about 10 days away. We finally get to monetize our channel. Not that we want you guys' money or nothing, but it just be, the
milestone.
We're out from underneath YouTube.
What's up, Malik? When we get it.
That'll be it. Yeah, I agree, Malik. That was a pretty nasty dunk. I agree with you on that.
Back in Toronto. I mean, this has got some shades of some former terrific slam artists here. You got to think big man dunkers at LSU. Obviously, right. Shaq is the first one you think of. I'm going Stromile Swift on that one. That's one of your opponents, right?
Took my heart, man. Took my heart on senior night at Auburn. Him, Jabari Smith.
Yeah.
Ronald Dupree.
Of course, ESPN celebrating Black History Month, and speaking of some of the great dunkers of all time, Shaquille O'Neal. If you know, you know. If not,
I know
YouTube it, folks.
Shaquille O'Neal was an athletic freak.
Who would go on to tear down a few backboards in his day.
You boys trying to hold your boys down.
With the Orlando Magic. Such a great career here, 3 years under Dale Brown. Think about this. He played with Stanley Roberts. And my favorite player,
all right. When they be gone, we be talking
Chris
again.
Jackson, a.k.a. Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf, one of the best shooters I've ever seen. Out of bounds, off the air ball, and it will be LSU basketball.
Yeah, they had a plethora of players, right?
Big Sarge. That wasn't a Shaquille O'Neal.
Right, Bob Pettit. So many terrific players. There goes some.
I think they're getting a little ahead of themselves.
That are in the rafters. So much rich history here at LSU, and that's what Matt McMahon's trying to get this program back to. In order to do that, you've got to get back into the NCAA tournament, and they're in a league that's going to provide them opportunities, but those opportunities are hard to win.
It's an unforgiving league, and when you're down a couple of players, as the foul is drawn by Robert Miller, nobody lets up on you, right? You lose two starters. That just means there's more blood in the water for opponents night in, night out. Saturday right here on the SEC Network, we've got a quadruple header of men's basketball games for you. LSU at Tennessee. That'll be at 6 o'clock Eastern time, and then Carolina at Alabama at 8:30. Fish, what about the Tennessee squad? The knock has been, if you want to call it that, always great defensively under Rick Barnes.
Sure.
But is the offense good enough to make a deep run or a deeper run? A couple of Elite
There's a lot of things we want to do with the show tonight.
What do you think when you watch the Vols?
I'm putting money into that's coming. So
do as well as the freshman Nate Ament can lead them.
Like
and
doing all the
whenever you
baseball
have
games, that's costing
one
me
or
quite
two
a bit.
freshmen leading you, similar to Arkansas, you're just not quite
It's
sure
for you guys,
what you're going to
for
get.
the baseball
right?
fans.
So they've got to get consistent for 40 minutes, but they're a
And I
team
like
that I
baseball
believe is
too,
good
so
enough
I
to
don't
beat
mind.
anyone. And Rick Barnes will have them
Ooh,
ready to
Feely,
go as
take
the
that.
season continues to move forward.
If you saw Nate Ament a couple of months ago versus what he looks like today, he's a whole different player. It's really coming together.
Oh, Billy.
Richmond tried to rock the rim himself.
Twice.
Now Sutton in transition. Euro step high off the window and in as the smoke shoots through the guns behind the goal.
Yeah.
I like that.
Do they
little
shoot
touch.
the smoke every time?
No,
I think we
it
should
was.
all have a smoke machine.
They thought it was a dunk, I guess.
31-20, LSU hanging around, fighting hard, trying to get this back into single digits. Backdoor cut, Thomas. Thomas back up top, Brazil. He likes that spot on the floor, can't connect. And a nice box out, ripping down.
There you
the
go,
rebound.
Billy.
It's
Stay
McKay,
with it.
then stolen
That
from
away.
behind. The arrow will favor on the tie
he
of
gets his
LSU.
possession back in us.
Terrific hustle that time by Billy Richmond.
Man,
I'm a
two
Cardinals
well-coached
fan,
teams.
Robert.
I love it how both
I've been a
players,
Cardinals
Bobby
fan all my
McKinnon
life.
and Billy to go. Richmond dove after the ball, right? You see the ball, good peskiness that time by Billy Richmond, but neither team wanting to give it up. It's February right now. It's time to go get it. Either you'll be dancing
Yeah,
or
Miss
not
Kathy,
in
you're
March.
right. He
And
does look like he's a little
Arkansas
timid to
playing
shoot the ball.
LSU,
Like he
still
doesn't want to
under
make a mistake or
consideration by
something.
Joe Lenardi, desperate for a win here in the
What he's got to realize now
Billy
is
Richmond,
it doesn't
who
matter.
You just have to watch him a few minutes to know
he's
a
the
true
next man
energy
up.
guy. Had a career high 16 points last year in the
He needs to
NCAA.
play like he
Robert
did.
Williams.
St. John's.
He needs to play like he did
He's
at
a guy who I think, as they go through the
Mississippi
NCAA
State last week.
tournament, when you have a guy that you need to lock down, I think Billy Richmond can be
Robert
that guy.
Williams,
Defensively, he
I
can be
haven't
elite
really
on
watched
the
a whole lot of
team.
Major
DJ
League
Wagner, when
Baseball,
he gets back to
so
the offense and defense.
Another
I can't
late
say
clock
that I do have
situation for
a favorite
LSU.
team.
1 second.
There you go, Brazil. He said, "Give me that ball."
Goodness indeed.
Hey, man.
That is 3 blocks, and that's more of a catch than it is a block, and 7 rejections for Arkansas.
Listen, hey, look, he jump stopped, he shot faked. Give me that. That's when you do everything that you
Well, we
can.
appreciate that, Shannon.
But at the end of the day, you got one guy that's
I will
6
never
feet,
ask you guys
and you
for
got
money.
another
That's
guy
not what
that's
we're
7
doing it
feet.
for.
Nothing he
But
can do about that.
it's just
You know who I would give credit for
getting
the
us
block?
back
Obviously,
to,
that's the highlight.
giving
It's
you
the
guys an
guys
option
that
if you
played
would
great
like to or
defense
not.
for the first 29 seconds
took-
that forced
took that away from us
tough
for-
shot, right? I mean, they're
for a
really
while,
getting
but
after it
we're
defensively.
10 days away.
Yeah. Well,
We should be good.
Brazil, he's really only 6'10", but with his athleticism and length, long arms, he gives you the same presence as a 7-footer, and that's why the rim protection is critical for the Razorbacks.
3 ball does not drop for Thomas. LSU going down.
Appreciate you subscribing,
Slamming it
Shannon.
home. That's Sutton. And
We
they
will be
gave
doing
him a foul,
baseball
so
too.
a
Our
chance
first
at a
live stream
three-point
baseball
play
game
for
will be at the
Markel
end of the
Sutton.
week. I think it's Thursday.
I beg your pardon.
Against
they
Oklahoma
whistled
State.
Before the shot.
We're not
so they'll
quite
take
at
it
the
out of bounds.
NBA, Mike, right?
Well, we do have we have
still have
continuation,
but
which I
not
like.
quite. I love it.
Hey, there
I
you
love
go.
it. But
Appreciate your service, brother.
yeah, so he took
Okay.
2
You right.
steps.
Yep.
He's allowed one more step or pivot into a shot. That was 2. That's why it's not quite the NBA.
That's right.
We still got some, some differentiation.
Yes.
Which I love.
NBA, you probably get that. College, you still need a little more. Oh, that will count. This has become a dunk-a-thon. That's Robert Miller dropping the hammer. Richmond
There you go, Billy.
somehow explodes to the basket and sneaks it in.
Well, if it's a dunk contest, I know who I'm taking. So if you're LSU, you got to get back defensively.
Yeah.
Get your body in front of the Razorbacks and stop allowing them to get to the basket at will.
Too easy after a made bucket. Coming up on the 3.5-minute mark of the first half. 33-22. Arkansas on top. They went throughout. And now a foul. Down low, going for the rebound. But 3:28 to play. High flying
Shannon.
acrobatics here at the PMAC.
Man, we've got a bag full of dunks for you. You know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking this weekend some of these guys need to be on the sleigh ride. What you think, Mike?
Absolutely.
Oh, good Lord. The meat riding is insane.
I promise you, if there was ever a way in the future we could watch a game and mute,
Just have the game sound.
yeah, just have the game sound and not the commentators, I will do that. I promise you that. Because these SEC commentators are just
They meat ride everybody
Yeah,
but Arkansas.
Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, yeah, Chris, Block. They won't. You had to take that word out before they'll let that come through, brother. Why is that one being blocked? Show that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Malik, I got you on that one. Always somebody trying to hate. Yeah, we up to 929 subscribers. 45 likes, still got 102 people, so there's still about 55 people that haven't hit that like button.
Come on, man.
On. Work with us. Help your boys out.
Vanderbilt, huge win. We dive into that, break down what we see in the first half here. It's a highlight reel right now, but Arkansas is in good shape.
Arkansas displaying that defense
Couple
does
of you
travel.
hooking
8
us up.
turnovers, 7 blocks so far.
Hey, Fish, for all the Razorback fans out there, how deep do you have the Hogs going in the NCAA tournament?
Oh, man, what
The
a
ruling on the
question,
floor
Shooter.
was a
You're going to
common
love
foul
the
by
answer to this.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Arkansas
let me
number 7.
They annoying.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed. 2 shots for LSU.
Shooter, I'm going
Correction,
all the way
1-1 for
well,
LSU.
I'm waiting to go, Shooter. Hold on.
It wasn't a foul.
Steven's finished now. Steven Anderson. So
Very
I'm going
thorough.
all the way to Indianapolis because I do believe Coach Cal's teams get better at the end of the year, similar to last year, and I believe their defense will catch up with their offense.
That's
and
right.
they will be dancing.
The polls
all
got
the way to
96%.
Naptown.
Well, that's the
Arkansas,
key, right?
4%
The defense,
LSU.
We know the offense is
52
can produce
votes.
against anybody. Can the defense
Make sure you
be
take
good
the
enough
vote
to
on the
win
poll.
4 in the big dance?
And I expect in this chat that it should be Arkansas
The
for
matchups,
sure.
right? I
Right.
think some teams you don't want to see.
My soldiers know what to
A
do.
lot of them in the Big 12, right? You could go Arizona, Houston. I think Houston's going to be there, even though Arizona comes up short. Kansas, who knocked off Houston without Darian Peterson. UConn, there's a lot of good ones, but I like Arkansas against a lot of those teams.
Nice lay-in.
Nice
thing
putback.
that was you. And I'll say this, too, about the defense. Keep in mind, this team you're seeing tonight, DJ Wagner's their best on-ball defender.
Yep.
And Carter Knox gives them another body off the bench. So if they're doing this, playing shorthanded defensively, it's only going to get better.
Absolutely. Just got to find some minutes for everybody once they get back.
That's the best looking shot that LSU has had. An open 3 from the wing. Sutton splashes, and it's back to a 10-point game, but there's the answer. When in doubt, go to A-Cup. 14 points in the first half.
Yeah, they don't have an answer for him, and that's what Coach Matt McMahon said what happened in the second half when Darius A. Cup scored 24 points at Bud Walton. He said, we just didn't have an answer for him. And so I don't know what you do. I got to watch more film. I think you maybe put size, but he's got too many weapons around him.
Yeah.
Ewing, get out of here.
But he has, too, the ability. I was talking to a scout the other day about A-Cup, and what the scout really loved about his game is that he lets the game come to him. He does not force anything.
That's right. Well, what he has is a feel for the game, and that's something that you can't put on analytics. You can't say he shoots such and such from behind the three-point line or his turnover ratio. No, he knows when to shoot, when to jab, when to go by.
What are you hearing, Mobley?
When to shoot the mid-range, when to finish, when to jump into your body. He's got a feel for all of that. And some of those
I don't
things
hear no
you
sounds
can't
on my
coach.
end.
And that's what Cal has done his entire career, is evaluate and recruit those guys to his program. And that's why Cal's a Hall of Famer.
Already has an NBA body, too, does A-Cup.
Laura, appreciate you subscribing. Welcome to the
LSU. 12-point
channel.
2 minutes to go, first half. A-Cup. That one almost got down. I don't even know how.
Oh, it's the air horn, air they do smoke behind their basket when they
Pump fake, shot up, and the bank is not open as it spins out.
Yeah, they do air fog machine, smoke machine behind their basket is what you're hearing.
See how many times Sutton pump fake and had to try to shoot it high off the glass? Now he's thinking about it.
Yep. Thomas then draws the hack on the other end.
Yeah, we don't get that, Malik.
Part of that talented freshman dynamic duo for Arkansas. A 5-star recruit is Malik Thomas. Chose the Hogs over Alabama, UConn, and Kentucky.
We got you, Angel. Go Hogs, go, he says.
83% free throw shooter on the year. Misfires on the first. Women's basketball, how about a quadruple header on Sunday? It all starts Vanderbilt at Georgia, Ole Miss, Kentucky, Oklahoma, Alabama, and then the nightcap will be Auburn at Texas A&M. 5 top 25 teams going at it. It'll be right here on the SEC Network. Mike Morgan with the Fish. Damian Fish back here at the PMAC on a Tuesday night. Just 2 SEC games tonight. The Commodores started things off with a road win at Auburn. It's hard to, I mean, we're running out of accolades for what Coach Byington has done in short order at Vanderbilt, as if
I'm biased, giving us some stats on the go.
But what he's doing
Appreciate
this year,
that, brother.
playing shorthanded, I might add, just phenomenal.
Yeah, and one of the reasons is Tyler Tanner, who has been the most improved player. And another candidate, sneaky candidate for SEC Player of the Year if the Commodores can keep winning and try to make a push for this SEC.
Max McKinnon 0 for 4, just hasn't been as nice.
Oh, that would have been nasty.
An acrobatic 3-point opportunity for Sealy. It does not drop, but that thing almost went in.
Yeah, and this is what I mean when I talk about their defense, right? Their
That's a good question, Big Sarge. I don't know.
6th in the NCAA, #1 in the SEC, so they don't turn over the basketball due to Darius Acuff. They also are extremely terrific when they get out. Fast break points, they're #3 in the nation.
Yeah, I'm biased, absolutely.
If they can start to sit down defensively, like we've seen for the majority of this first half, then this is a Razorback team that can certainly compete and beat anyone in the country, and have already beaten Louisville and Texas Tech and played Michigan State to a 1
I'm liking that profile pick on bias.
Later, I should say, we did mention earlier that the SEC has the most teams in the top 40 in the net ranking, but maybe the most impressive number for Arkansas. They're one of the few teams in the country, not a single loss against quad 2, quad 3, or quad 4. All their losses have come against quad 1 opponents. So they had not kind of stubbed their toe like even the really good teams do against a less than stellar opponent.
Well, and what that tells you is when you're filling out your bracket, you can feel pretty comfortable about putting the Razorbacks in the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Right? They'll probably get there. Now, we don't know where they'll get seeded, which is important. Right? Seeding is so valuable for those teams in the upper echelon right now. But just them getting healthy and getting better in the month of February so that where they're playing their best basketball in March is going to be critical.
Brazil and Nwoko whistled for a double foul, so in that case it goes to the possession arrow, which does favor Arkansas. Razorback basketball at 46.6 on the clock. I need some Fish facts, Damian Fish back.
With the facts.
I mean, we've gone over a few, but you're breaking down some alliteration here. Triple D.
Alvin Robinson,
yeah, this one's easy, right? Discipline plus determination equal your destination. And I think that's critical right now, Mike, because this time of the year, February can become mundane, man. Shoot around, practice, checking in the hotel. You know, you don't know what you're playing for. And you can also lose focus, right? Guys can be trying to focus on getting to the NBA. Coaches can be focused on their job. Your discipline plus your determination is going to help you get to your destination, no matter whether you're on Joe Lunardi's top 4 lines or whether you're like LSU fighting to get into the tournament.
Yeah, I think it's so true. Even great players sometimes can lose a little bit of that concentration.
This time
of year, it's a grind. It's a long season that spans over 2 different semesters. It spans over holidays. It spans over really cold weather here of late. So a lot of things can happen. Oh, I thought that was an alley-oop initially out of the hand of Thomas.
I'm still not sure what it was.
I'm not sure what it was, but it's 2 points in the books, and the lead is now 17, a 7-0 run for the Razorbacks. 5-second differential. LSU will take its time in the half court, and Reese now says, let's take the use it or lose it timeout and talk things over. LSU trying to get some much needed momentum here before the half. Mentioned earlier the Arkansas Razorbacks from a conference record standpoint. We still have a hell of a dogfight here going on because, you know, there was a time where Florida people were questioning the new guards, whether or not they were ready to kind of do what they did last year.
Yep.
They have answered a lot of that concern. They're now at the top at 8-2. There's Kentucky 8-3. They've been incredibly hot and not far behind Arkansas, Texas A&M, and then Vanderbilt, the big win tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's very critical, right? Because if you look at the SEC and you say, well, there's only 4 teams in the top 25, you got to remember the AP voters are just that. They're voters. And when you look at the numbers and analytics, it says that the SEC leads all conferences with 10 teams in the top 40. It says that men's basketball SEC has the highest average ranking, net ranking of 46, KenPom rankings, and that's higher than the Big 12, Big 10, ACC,
Yeah, Miss
all
Cassie,
the other conferences at large.
they come at us
So
pretty
even though
hard
we don't
last
have
week in the
number of
comments.
teams in the AP poll, the numbers support the quality of the league.
Shot clock at 5. Fade and fire for Reese. Beautiful. Nice bucket. Arkansas's got 5 seconds to play with. Here comes Acuff. Probes the left side. Slips and falls. And it'll be out of bounds to LSU at .9. Now LSU will likely go down 15 at the half, and a little bit of momentum before intermission.
Keep your head up, young fella. Darius Acuff was frustrated with himself. He showed his Clark Kent side and finally turned it over.
That will not count. Online but short anyway. Darius Acuff, 14 points, 3 assists, and a half that was full of highlight slams and just more smooth operator like Charday. Darius Acuff putting on a display in the first half. That'll do it for the first half here in Baton Rouge. We take it out of Peter, Patrick, and the shooter back in studio.
All right. Well, that's a great first half. Couldn't play it any better, I don't think, on the road. Okay, so while we're at halftime here, first thing I want you to do is back out and hit that like button and the subscribe button. Get that over with and done. To get everything straight for this week, because we got a big week coming up here, being today's Tuesday, our next live will be Friday, February 13th at 7 o'clock for the Oklahoma State-Arkansas baseball game. We will be there playing at Globe Life Field down in Texas. I think it's the Ranger Stadium. And we will have that game for you. I will also have the Saturday game at 7 p.m. against TCU, number 10 TCU. And then Sunday, I will have that game also, which is at 2:30 in the afternoon. We'll be streaming every game this weekend. So this is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just know that your baseball coverage is right here if you want the live game. So that'll take care of the baseball for the week. And there's something I want to talk to you soldiers about that Kentucky game. Y'all, I need y'all to make sure you comment on our videos when other fan bases are, coming at the Hogs. They weren't coming at the show. They were coming at the Hogs. And there wasn't hardly any Arkansas fans commenting and taking up for the Razorbacks. So don't be afraid to come in and comment and back up your team. Don't let some other fan base come in and put in 35 comments calling us everything but basketball players and let them get away with that. Just so you know, your boys like you to come and get involved. Some of them were pretty hateful, so we don't got to stoop to that level. But, you can comment on the videos. Yeah, big. I appreciate that. We cover everything. We're covering baseball, basketball, football. We'll probably throw in a bonus women's softball game here and there. Hey, OD, it's we up. Let me see here. We up. I think. Hell, I don't
Was it
remember.
47 to
40, yeah,
27?
47-20. We up like 13 or 15 points right now at halftime. Yeah, Big Sarge. It was. I
47.
tried to argue with him a little bit.
42-25.
42-25 OD. And it was just like arguing with someone on the other side of the aisle, if you know what I mean. We don't do politics on the show, but it just yeah, they couldn't understand the fact is we did the same thing to them in their house. I mean, it is what it is. What really will matter is when we meet them again. We say, no, I won't, Dylan. That's just the way Kyle's been doing it all year. He's got his reasons. I do kind of agree. I think Ewing should probably start, but I think they let Pringle go out there and get them initial fouls first, and then they bring Ewing in afterwards. But you can make a good case that Ewing should be starting. And Ewing is pretty good off the bench, though. I agree, Big Sarge. Did you already get rid of that dude, YT?
I timed him out for 24 hours.
Okay. I'm just going to ban him, period. We don't like any of that stuff in here. That's not what we do around here. You can't come in here and be respectful, then you don't need to be a part of the SAR squad. Plain and simple. That's how I handle things around here. Yeah. Pringle does show up every now and then, but Ewan is. I think Ewan is the more steady hand of the two, and is probably going to give you more consistency. But Pringle can come in and give you some because there for a while, you were lucky to get 6 points out of him. But he does take up minutes and fouls, and he does, when he wants to, can really rebound the ball for you. And I could agree with that movie. Yeah. Yeah, Miss Kathy, you make a good point too. All right. If you would excuse me just for 1 second, Sarge is gonna go to the little Sarge room while we're at halftime, and I'll be right back.
I wish Shealy would shoot the ball a little bit more too, Blake. don't know about that. Big Z really ain't doing nothing at where's he at? Illinois. He ain't doing nothing there. So I agree, Mobley. I wish Pringle was scoring like he was at South Carolina, but I don't know what's going on with him.
You know, I just realized something. Sometimes Sarge talks too much. I don't know why he said that. I'm not on camera. No one would have known. Unbelievable. I guess I wanted to be transparent for everybody. Sarge won't never lie to you, knowingly.
You still don't talk as much as Connor on a rant.
Yeah. Yeah, Mobley.
Mobley said you really ran.
Yeah, I made it quick, man.
I had some leftover ribs, some jalapeno poppers. Miss Kathy. Sarge calls me what do you call me, Chef?
Chef Boyardee, baby. It's a good thing we're across the state from each other, because if we live close enough, man, I'd be at your house
We'd
all
have
the
our own
time about dinner
restaurant.
time. Yeah, we would be having our own restaurant. No,
Just Sarge.
no. I do not.
One could say it is a mystery if he
Yes.
does or doesn't.
That's right. You would never know if I did or I didn't. He'll get. I think he'll have Country Boy. I think he'll have 24, 9, and maybe 3 turnovers. And I didn't see you in here at the beginning, Country Boy. I thought you were going to skip out on this tonight, because I was like waiting for Country Boy. When they playing good, Country Boy all the hogs. But when we playing bad, Country Boy all straight up not afraid to say how much trash he thinks we are. He likes me. He like me. I take a little pill that keeps me from sometimes saying things I shouldn't. But I love you anyway, Country Boy. I miss you. That's why I said I didn't see you tonight. So I was kind of worried you weren't coming in. Ooh, Zeus say he put up in a 30-piece.
Ooh.
Country Boy said 28. Mobley says 28. I say 24. Yeah, I hope he does drop 30. Yeah, I know, Country Boy. We passionate. I get you. I feel you, man. And it makes it worse when you know we're better than what we're playing when we're watching them like that. So I understand where you're coming from, bro. Yeah, Mobley, absolutely. They sure come in ours. We had some actually, I would say we had some pretty respectful Kentucky fans in our chat during that game. It was afterwards in the comments and on our TikToks, on our shorts, a lot of their fans showed their true selves. We appreciate that, Larry. We're just glad you're here, man. And if you're subscribed and hit that like button, that's even much more appreciated. But I'm pretty sure you already did. Ooh, Greg says 33. Oh, Miss Kathy going 35. They fixing the A-Cup go off in the second half. Oh, we had 931. 29 away from 950. I think we're gonna hit the 1,000 mark. Our first baseball game, Oklahoma State that night, I think we'll get it to 1,000. I think we'll gain enough subscribers to make 1,000 to celebrate Friday night. Yes, Arizona did get beat. They got upset by I can't remember who it was that upset them, but they did get beat. I know that. Really? We don't have none of that here now. These hey, appreciate you, Zoo, for subscribing, man. Appreciate that a lot. Glad to have you part of the SAR
Thank
squad.
you.
Kansas, country boy, thank you. Yes, it was Kansas that beat them. Shannon says, it's funny. I've had Mississippi State campus cops come through my gate training on post. They agreed that the Cowboys are. Yeah, I can imagine. I couldn't imagine sitting with a whole football game listening to them Cowboys the whole game. Yeah. Bill Self is one of them dudes. We gonna beat them, Glucks. We gonna beat Florida. We got that game on this channel here too. I do believe we have the Florida game. Let me pull it up in our schedule and see what we got here. But I do believe we got Florida as part of our broadcast. Yes, we got February 28th at Florida. We'll be right here on the Razorback Live with the Sarge. Oh, you know he'll show up, Hero. He's sure gonna try. I haven't seen who the starter was gonna be for Friday's game yet, Jeff. But as soon as I know, we'll put something out for that.
I was listening to Rick Schaefer on the radio today, and he believes that Gabe Gackle will be the first pitcher out.
And there you go. And I wouldn't be mad at that for sure.
And that guy's been around baseball longer than me and you, Sarge.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna be mad at they put Gackle out there on Friday night. Yeah, I knew what you meant, Jeff. Glux, A-Club. You don't think A-Club is gonna take it personal with going up against Boogie? Yeah, I think he's gonna drop. He'll drop a 30 piece on Florida going against Boogie. Mobley, yeah. Pitcher is Gabe Gacko, yeah. Zoo, the postseason. Well, it's way early postseason prediction, huh? I'm saying we make it to the College World Series. I don't know if we make it to the finals, but I know I just know we get there. At this point, you ask me again in a few broadcasts, and I will give you a more in-depth.
We're back live.
Drive, spin. Thomas goes back.
Here we go, second half.
A-Cup. Late clock situation. A-Cup
There
just
you go,
makes it
Darius.
look easy. He saw the big man Robert Miller on him and said, that's a mismatch.
But did you notice he jumped off the right leg? He knew he couldn't take another step and laid it up with his right hand.
Yes.
That's what I mean when I say he can read and evaluate the game so well.
So crafty, so under control. Inside, big to big, but a block. Another one
Good
for
block,
Brazil. That's
3V.
4 rejections for Brazil.
Yeah, he's a huge piece, both defensively and offensively.
It's the Mardi Gras season, and we've got a block party going on so far in this game, provided by Arkansas.
So let's see if the Tigers can get a few stops, right? That's a stop here, and then offensively, if they can score, they can get their defense set.
Nice play that time by Jalen Reese, freshman from Orlando, Florida.
Well, Reese is a freshman that's taken advantage of DJ Thomas being out of the game as well. I think he's got a bright upside, good speed, good change of pace and direction, and defensively he can be feisty.
There's the feistiness as he hits Acuff on the arm. Second foul for the freshman Jalen Reese.
Yeah, what's going on, bro?
So many great point guards over the years for that man, John Calipari, and you think of Wall and Rose. The list just goes on and on and on. John Calipari said in the recruiting process, the moment I watched him in person play, said I knew that's the guy I want.
Yeah. And his dad, I had a chance to meet Darius earlier tonight. He said, I appreciate all the nice things that you said about my son. And my response was, it's pretty easy.
It's pretty easy. Yeah.
You see his numbers against Mississippi State, 24, 8, and 5, and he is on a roll again tonight. He's the reason why I think that Arkansas can get to Indianapolis.
He lit it up in the first meeting between these two teams, a game in which LSU was very competitive in Fayetteville. Acuff already with a game-high 18 points. And now a steal by Thomas. Ahead to Acuff, look out, lay-in.
Unbelievable. Markel Sutton was running like he was in a 100-meter dash,
Yeah.
but Acuff could feel that he had enough time to just
I can
lay
see
it up
that,
softly.
Big L.
This is the guy that would have to get it going. There's that Euro step. We used to call that a walk, but now you can get away with it in the college game. McKinnon gets his first basket. 1 for 5.
Well, they're
from
getting them
field
ready for the
Austin.
NBA where they can pick up the ball from half court and run to the rim.
Follow-up stuff. I did not go in, though. It's out of bounds to Arkansas. I thought for a second that went in off
It
of
was a travel.
the right hand of Brazil.
Well, and Darius Acuff, you see how he just absorbs that body contact and he gets it up before Robert Miller
Because he's
has
built
a
like a
chance
running
to get
back.
there. He can see him out of the left side of his eye, and he knows he's got a split second to get it on the glass because obviously if they block it after it hits the glass, it's a goal team.
Up top to Malik Thomas. Off the return from Richmond. Now Brazil. Right of the lane. Shot clock ticking down to 5. Brazil senses it and is pushed from behind with 3.5 on the shot clock. So you play great defense for 27 seconds and then commit a foul on a late clock situation.
Well, those are the type of plays that would make Matt McMahon, the head coach of LSU, pull his hair out, right? You know, those are the kind of plays where if you play defense that long, you just got to be solid, put your hands up, and defend for a few more seconds. Now, you got 20 more seconds you have to guard.
Yeah,
this
that's what I'm
talented
saying.
team
I'm
for the
biased. I
Razorbacks.
agree 100%.
Acuff goes to work.
That's why he can
5
score with all that
seconds.
contact.
Skip pass into the corner to his backcourt mate Thomas. Rims off, and LSU there to board it into the hands of Sutton. Carter on Pringle. Tough matchup, and Pringle gets whistled for the foul. That was almost another block. Arkansas already has 8 of them, but that's the 3rd foul on Pringle.
Well, and the Razorbacks are a team that I think can give Florida a run for their money in this league if they show up to play. And the reason why is because of the front line. You think about Nick Pringle, very experienced, a guy who's very familiar with the SEC, made the Final Four run with Alabama. You've also got Brazil, who's long, athletic enough. Ewing, the transfer from Florida State. So they can match up with the Thomas Houck, an Alex Condon, a Ruben Chinyelu. Now, Ruben Chinyelu would be my biggest concern. He's so strong and physical. And then they've got the nice guard play. Even though they're freshmen, they've got enough depth when they're healthy. I'll be excited to see that basketball
I
game
wasn't saying it
between
wasn't a
those two
foul.
teams.
No doubt. How much fun is that SEC tournament going to be again this year? I know we're a few weeks away.
Oh, really?
But it's too often you hear the cliche, anybody can win it. We know that's not really the truth. We're not here to tell lies. But I do think there are multiple teams that can win it this year.
Look at that pass.
There's
you
the
go.
stuff on the other end. Malik Thomas making it 50
Malik.
to 33.
He doesn't hold the basketball, right? Darius Acuff, as efficient as he is scoring the basketball, one of the reasons why the Razorbacks are second in the league and 17.5 assists per game.
Uh-oh, showtime.
Brazil on a steal. Brazil
Oh,
have a chance.
almost.
And 2 at the line. Almost a three-point play. Acuff putting on a show, Damian Fishback.
Yeah, like a quarterback behind the line. He sees his wide receiver, Malik Terrific Thomas, for the finish.
I'm going to go to Disney World.
Boy, I'd love to go to the Super Bowl one day.
Mute.
Maybe we can.
I'm ready. Me too.
Yeah. Zeus says, chill. You making him scare somebody. Yeah, Kirk, that was a nice pass. Darius Acuff is definitely mature beyond his years on the court, for sure. Hey, Coach Broccoli just showed up in the building.
Coach Broccoli.
Yeah, we've been pretty good tonight, though. I would say overall, country, because I mean we've been dominating the paint so far down there. Yeah, he's definitely a quarterback on the court hero. Everything flows through him for sure. Yeah, he did great. That's what his mama said.
The box, the defending national champs. In fact, head coach Jay Johnson and company, they're going to try to win 3
gross.
in 4 years. Make some history for a program that has been known to make some history. 8 national championships going all the way back to Skip Bertman with his dominance. Paul Maneri won a national championship, and Jay Johnson and company will try to win their 3rd in 4 years, and preseason number 2. Certainly wouldn't bet against
100%
guys in
facts
purple
on
and
bias.
gold. Was listening to one of my longtime cohorts on the radio today, Todd Walker, who was such a terrific player, an All-American, won a national championship at LSU, does great work for us on the SEC network.
Absolutely. And it's that time of the year, right? So right now,
You're right,
Matt
Big L.
McMahon is
We will have the game for
fighting
you
and
Friday
scratching
night.
to try to pull some of those LSU Tiger fans into the PMAC to
You're right, Miss Kathy. There's a lot of LSU fans disguised as Seats tonight, huh?
Man, there sure was a difference in talent. I don't think he loved my response. I said, as fans, you can contribute to that now.
That's what every coach that's having a rough year is not afraid to point out. It is controllable. Straight on 3. Fuller and Nwoko. Been a warrior down low in this game so far tonight. He'll go to the line for a couple. Softball's already going on. And speaking of which, the Shriners Children's Clearwater Invitational. SEC Network has all 4 of these games coming up. It all starts.
I know. As far as I see on the
number
schedule, we do
Oklahoma
not
State, number 17 Georgia. That's a Thursday morning
play
special.
LSU
So,
this year.
Bagels, waffles, pancakes, and some softball at 11 a.m. Eastern time. Then the Bulldogs back at it Friday against NC State. You got softball going on. You'll have baseball going on. And is there a better month than March and college basketball that'll be going on in a matter of a couple weeks? We are getting closer and closer, but as so many like to say, Fish, you make your March in February. This is such an important time of the year for these teams.
Well, and as much as we have praised Arkansas,
There you go,
LSU hasn't been able to get closer. Every time they start to pull the lead, Arkansas makes a play to extend that lead back out now to
Yeah, they played
19
pretty good
points.
this week. last
It's just the scoring
movie.
is too easy for the Razorbacks.
We're going to have some of them
right
games,
now.
too.
Couple pump fakes, shot off the glass, no good. Fall, no good. Nwoko, he's there. He can't get it. Boy, 3 at close range. How about a fourth one? No. How about Nwoko? Lost it. And that draws a little bit of the ire from the hometown fans. That'll make them feel better. A steal and the finish. A two-hand slam by Sutton.
Nice battle by the LSU Tigers, and for the Razorbacks right now, these are some of the,
they're playing hot potato there,
I would say, some of the warts that they have to continue to work on, right? Defensive rebounding. They do a good job of taking care of the basketball, but we just mentioned Florida. You think about that Kansas-Arizona game last night, if they're facing a Tobe Awaka and Koa Pete and Krivas, like, you're going to have to finish the defensive possession with getting on the glass.
Now, we knew LSU was going to have to shoot the ball particularly well to pull off the upset tonight.
Streamline's in a mood
field,
tonight.
2 of 11 from behind the arc. They nearly pulled off the win against Georgia the other day, and they started
You are right,
off
Zoo.
hot from 3.
They just
hit 4 in the
Streamlabs is
first
just
5.
in
But
one of
then
those
came
moods.
a streak the likes that I haven't seen in a while as LSU tries to take advantage of the turnover. 3 no, tapped around, and look out, here comes Akoff. Full throttle on the attack. Got it.
Nice, there is.
How do you stop him? 22 points for Akoff.
Whew, I was wrong.
He's throwing out some Derrick Rose vibes here tonight.
Well, for
he might have
I would
30
say
plus,
70
35.
to 80% of players, that would have been a bad shot.
Right. Richmond
There you
in
go, Billy.
transition.
Attaboy,
Timeout,
boys.
Stop the bleeding now. 12th turnover for LSU. Largest lead for Arkansas. 13:07 to play at the PMAC.
You guys, Wendy's has
we
new
go into
biggie
commercial
deals
break
starting at just $4.
again.
So now
My man's slow with that mute button over there. You better not be playing COD while we're doing a stream, too.
You would hear it.
Oh, all right.
I'm in a top 3 situation. I'm gonna need you to calm down and be quiet over there.
Oh, all right, my bad. 112, 63 likes. Come on, let's get that. It's almost like the score of the game right now. We behind. We need to even it up a little bit. Come on. I know you got that 1 second it takes to hit that button, that thumbs up button. Or hell, hit the thumbs down button if you don't like us. Just hit the button. Oh, Zoo, it's definitely Wendy's, bro. Definitely Wendy's. And that's coming from the fat guy, so it's definitely Wendy's. You Miss Kathy, you right. I just think we just didn't get up for that Kentucky game at home. We fell flat on our face. That's there was no excuse to lose that game against Kentucky, to be honest with you. Let's go. I keep seeing them yellow thumbs come up. We up 66 now. We should be at least 75, 80 with 109 people in here because I don't expect everybody to hit the like button. It never works out that way, but we should get
Feel
75%.
for the game. 22 points and 3 assists on the night. And some of those plays that he makes
rallies.
look
Ooh,
easy
Shannon.
are
I wish we
actually
had one of those
much
around here in my
harder
house.
than you think.
They work
When
good.
he comes down on the fast break and he sees a couple of guys, it makes absolutely no difference
That's
for him.
true
Let's take
too,
a look.
Zoo.
He gets it on the fast break here. And then, now you've got Malik Thomas. He does a nice job. He's running down the street. But you've also got 1, 2, 3 guys behind him. And look how he's just patient. He's calm. He's poised and goes through the traffic like a police officer. It is so easy for Darius Acuff. That's the impact of having a young freshman like that on your team.
It's funny we've used that word.
Yeah, Miss Kathy,
easy,
you
which
speak the
is not
truth on
easy
that.
for most guys, but he makes it look easy. He's such a talent. Chatting with our recruiting analyst, Paul Biancardi. That's coming right.
Well, I think that's going to happen in country because he's going to get 3 before it's over.
I was ready for it, Fish.
I was not. I was looking into my monitor. I'm glad you had my back.
I had your back. I had your back. But
Great.
one thing that Paul said, just covering recruiting is the way he does. He said he thought that what made him so productive coming out of high school, he was always playing at higher levels.
There you go, Malik.
There's a 3 by the other star freshman, Malik Thomas. And his father, who you talked to earlier, once told Paul that when he saw how competitive Darius was, he thought it would help him to play against the older players. First in pickup ball, then in organized basketball. And even
Like
though
he
grew
moved
up in
the
Detroit,
mouse off the screen.
he wanted to play against the best. He went to IMG,
Menu bars up.
Right.
and just continued to get
Thank you.
better and better. And so this transition from high school to the SEC, he's made it look a lot easier than it actually is.
And that's so critical right now, where it's hard for a lot of freshmen to even get on a team due to the transfer portal. And
This Kathy,
guys
you got to
coming
stop.
in
You're going to make this fat guy hungry.
One guy coming back right from the G League. And I think it's important. You know, we've got
Mobley,
Charles
come
Bediako,
on.
who's been
You can't do
declared
that to a fat
ineligible.
guy
I think
watching
it's
a basketball
important
game.
for fans and people that are talking about it to remember that Bediako
That
is
was
a real
good.
human
I used to
being.
get it all
He's
the
a young
time.
man. He's a guy who was trying to figure it out, right? It wasn't his fault that he didn't know if he was going to be eligible or not. So I think fans need to, you know, show a little bit more mercy, realize it's a real life going on. Yes, he's going to be fine, but that's a 23-year-old young man
Y'all
that,
make me have to
you know, was impacted.
readjusting
Whether he
my
thought he was
seat,
gonna get
talking about all that
NIL
good
money, thought
food.
he was going to try to be able to compete for a national title. He was ruled ineligible. It was the right decision, but it's a real human being, and we need to remember that.
Very good point. I think the other thing, too, is that what's great about NIL for a lot of these young men, you see them realizing it's better at this level of basketball than it is playing in the G League. You make more money, the travel's better, the training is better. It's a much better deal overall if you can have that choice between the two.
Oh,
Especially in the SEC.
Yes.
I am way beyond
Another shot
fun size,
altered
Mobley.
by Brazil, right?
Yep.
We talked about the block shots. Even on that shot, Malik Ewing disrupted Reese.
Brazil already has 4 blocks. And Arkansas as a team tonight with 9. Timeout on the floor. 11:14 to play. 21st team in America. Arkansas is rolling in Baton Rouge.
What do you know? Another commercial. Oh man, now you guys make me think I could really go for a Rowley's burger and fries right now. Rowley's double. And we don't have a Rowley's around here where I live now. Yeah, LSU is getting a lot of rebounds though right here at the in the second half with these Angel Reese rebounds, me bounds. We call them me bounds. Yeah, Greg. Yeah, he's making fun of you, YT. He said somebody found that last piece of brisket. He's talking about earlier. He said somebody need to treat that mute button like it's the last piece of brisket. And that time you were on it. This live stream is a little bit more unorthodox because it literally was a hectic start. So we a little bit out of sorts because we didn't really have our game faces on, to be honest. So again, like I said, I do apologize for the late start and the unpreparedness. Usually we have a nice little commercial break screen and everything for the game, but we got caught slipping tonight. All there is to it. Tell him, Kim Ray. Tell him.
National championship. Dawn Staley and company have had the upper hand ever since then. That'll be Saturday night with a special nighttime game day, followed by the big matchup between Carolina and LSU.
Yeah, something like that, Greg.
You know, in football, it's
For
blocking
sure.
and tackling. In that game, it's going to boil down to the paint and the glass. Both teams dominant on the glass. The team who wins that paint area will be the team who leaves here with the Mardi Gras victory.
That would be another kind of feather in the cap for the Southeastern Conference on the women's side. Another strong league that'll be full of high-seeded teams come bracket time. Arkansas, as we mentioned at the top, right now Joe Lenardi has the Razorbacks as a 6 seed. But you could certainly see a world, Fish, where if they keep playing this type of basketball, that 6 could keep elevating. A 5, a 4, who knows what the limit is for this Arkansas squad.
Yeah, I think with their strength of schedule non-conference, again, you mentioned no quad 2, 3, or 4 losses will go a long ways. They've just got to continue to stack wins and get healthy. You know, a win at Alabama or potentially over Florida would go a long way as well to them potentially getting a 3 seed, or I don't know, maybe they could even get a 2 seed. Because those wins, especially the win over Texas Tech, I think goes a long ways. And then the committee's going to look and see that 1-possession game against Michigan State. Played UConn, took 3-possession game, beat Louisville, who pounded NC State last night. My goodness.
Talk about a coach who's done a fine job in a short amount of time with that program. It's Acuff, 24 points now, 4 assists. You mentioned he's leading the conference in league play and scoring and assists. So I was asking our crack research staff here in Baton Rouge, and he sent it up to Bristol. They went all the way back to 96, 97, could not find a player, forget about freshmen, just a player to lead the SEC in both scoring and assists in league play. So Darius Acuff has a chance to make some history this year.
Well,
and one
by Thomas.
There you go, Malik.
That's why you got to talk about Darius Acuff as a potential SEC Player of the Year if Arkansas continues to finish. But this man that we don't talk enough about, Malik Thomas, how about this? He actually has better numbers than Moses Moody, who got SEC Player of the Year. And so as much as we talk about Darius Acuff, he probably overshadows his Robin, if you will, who's having a phenomenal freshman year as well.
Thomas drills it. 7-0 run, Arkansas.
30-point
cushion
lead
for the Razorbacks.
Let's go.
Absolutely unbiased.
You know, we're coming up on the heels of the NBA All-Star game. John Calipari's guys will be well represented in that matchup. How about 5 of the SEC's 7 players will be guys that Coach Cal coached. You see Richmond come away from the pack to Brazil, back to Richmond.
Oh my! Oh my goodness!
Put it on a poster. Go.
Posterization.
Runs track here at LSU, and my goodness, that looked like a track meet. Just had a basketball included.
That was just sick.
Billy Richmond III, his dad Billy Jr. played for Coach Cal at Memphis back in the early 2000s. An and one for LSU on the other end.
Yeah, Mike, you said earlier, if you know, you know. And these two guys get out and give you the old school give and go, and it's beautiful basketball. I thought he was going to reverse it for a second. Man, they are elite when they get out in transition. 3rd in the nation in fast break points.
I was trying to think of some of the last few teams that we saw at Kentucky when Coach Cal was there, and they were always one of the biggest teams, right? Cal loved length. He loved the
Carl Anthony Towns,
yeah.
Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins.
But you know, those last few years, I don't remember a team that ran as well, that was so good in transition as this version of Coach Cal basketball. As you see a Razorback down on the ground, that's
I think he stepped on a cheerleader.
Pringle just trying to get his wits about him.
Previous play is under further review.
So He got tangled up down low, and that means the officials are going to head to the monitor.
You can look at the bottom of the screen. Nick Pringle in the white, Michael Nwoko.
Yeah, I don't think it was intentional, but he did get hit by the right elbow of Nwoko.
Yeah, it's above the shoulders, which is why they're taking a look.
Right.
Remember, it has to be excessive.
Right.
They want to see is it a basketball play?
Yeah, Malik.
Or is it unnecessary or not a basketball play? And I just don't think.
Well, he doesn't even extend the elbow. It's tucked in when the contact is made, and it's behind him.
There's no doubt when you get hit like that, it hurts.
Oh, it hurts.
But whether it was unnecessary, we'll see.
After review, there is no additional illegal contact. It'll be Arkansas ball on the baseline.
It's our crew chief, Steven Anderson, out of Orlando, Florida. I know that because every 10 flights or so, I wind up sitting next to Steven Anderson. Always enjoyed picking his brain. And so many great officials here in the Southeastern Conference. Always fascinated with the job that they do. There's a lot to monitor these days. You got 10 guys on the floor. It's a high-paced game. And
so was that a good LeBron impersonation?
High pace is what you've come to expect here in the SEC, which leads the country, among other things, points per possession, as Richmond draws the foul. So if you like high-scoring games, if you like fast-paced games, and if you just like good games with good teams, you've come to the right place. In fact, this is one of the many rankings that you can find where the SEC is at the top of the list. Ken Palm, who does such a great job in all the analytics. The SEC #1 at plus 19.5, followed by the Big 10, Big 12, ACC, and the Big East. The number that we alluded to earlier, 10 teams in the top 40 of the net. That leads the way. So whether it's Ken Palm, whether it's the net, the Southeastern Conference is at the top of the heap. There was no way you were going to replicate what this league had last year.
That's
14
right.
out of 16 is historical, and I don't know if we'll see it again in our lifetime. But make no mistake about it, the SEC, in terms of depth,
Hey, DJT, no problem, man.
is
We
still
do
as
it
good as
all
anybody
Razorback
in the country.
games.
And time will tell.
We're doing baseball Friday.
Do you have another team like you did last year with Florida?
Appreciate you.
That could go all the way.
Yeah, we'll do a
The SEC
recap
challenged themselves.
with the
According
stats
to
at the end of
net
the game
strength
for you.
of schedule, the most challenging strength of schedule in all of college basketball as well. And the SEC will continue to go out and challenge themselves.
That was the edict years ago, laid down by Greg Sankey in the Southeastern Conference, and it continues to be.
Yeah, we playing pretty good without him, Malik. I will say the same.
So does
Oh,
that for Arkansas. An
Sealy.
alley-oop give. LSU does a good job of breaking it up, almost like a
Oh, come
defensive
on.
back breaking
yeah, that
up
was crap.
a pass
That was
play
the
on a
slop.
gridiron.
That was the sloppiest shot I think I've ever seen to get a damn foul.
Yeah.
He kind of looked over and he's like, come on, man. But this is still, it's the perfect pass. And literally
he just missed
just
it.
goes through the hands of Isaiah Zealy. Listen, he hadn't played a lot of minutes, still getting accustomed to it. But I love the fact that
He's been struggling this year for sure.
And tried to get the young fella involved.
Ball don't lie.
Too strong. On the free throw is Tamba.
And
6'7"
yes,
senior.
and he does have all the potential
Played
in
a
the
couple
world.
years at UC
We've seen it
Davis.
last year in
How
the
tall,
out of Spain.
tournament.
How tall is he?
Well, they list him at 6'7".
You said I wasn't going to get you earlier. So
I didn't measure him. Another alley-oop. and
There he got it that time.
The finish is there. So you fail once, that's okay. We're going to come right back to you like a wide receiver who drops a pass. You say, that's all right. I'm going to throw it back at you again. And Sealy, this time with the finish.
Now,
Look at Billy push Sealy. He said, get out there.
Sealy with the careless foul. You got to remember, you don't have your top two players in Jalen Reed and DJ Thomas, but Arkansas's got all of their players. Isaiah Sealy with a cup with another assist. Pretty basketball, Razorbacks. Pretty.
Damn right it's pretty.
Inside the NBA has it all. The hustle,
the
Mute.
swag, and whatever's going on here.
I don't know that man.
Home of Inside the NBA
Oh,
all season.
sorry about that.
Pay attention.
I was reading something.
Mm-hmm. Hey, somebody give me another piece of brisket to stick out there.
No shot. You almost made me cuss.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go one more time. We got to get your boys to at least 75 likes before this game is over with. There's 109 of you in here. Do us a favor, back out, hit that live button. We're going to do a quick recap of the stats after the game for you. This Hogs is playing great. Everybody's doing good, and we trying to get them likes going. Don't be afraid to comment after the game down below and let us know what you thought about the game. Every engagement helps the channel. And it's free. Doesn't cost you a dime. There you go. One more and we had 75. See how easy that was? Y'all doing a hell of a job. And we appreciate it. Every thumbs up is... Boobly, you got to stop, bro. With the brisket tacos, all the food talk. You understand that
Ooh, brisket tacos sound pretty good right now.
I'm telling you.
With some sriracha?
Yeah. Yeah. Brisket egg rolls. I never had that before, but that don't sound bad, Robert. There we go. Zoo, appreciate you, man. We had 77. There you go. Keep it going. Don't stop, but you can keep them going. All you soldiers understand and know, you know what to do. Sometimes you're just a little late to do it, but you usually get it done. Yeah, Moobly, it's Tuesday for a few more hours. 2.5. 2 hours and 15 minutes, and it'll be Wednesday. It will be another day closer to baseball season.
Finding himself again this season. He's healthy. He's confident. His mindset is so different, and the 7 points are good, but the 11 rebounds is what Coach Cal and the Razorbacks need.
From the last two games, I'm biased, to be honest.
Just as much as the block shots, because him completing the defensive possession with the rebounds allows the Razorbacks to get out and run, Mike.
That's the kind of performance.
No, you're right, Greg. We need more of it.
Ticket on Southwest.
No doubt about it.
Stuff in that stat sheet, points, rebounds, and blocks.
He'll get it, Kurt. He'll get it before this game ends.
Talk about Arkansas and what they have. The backcourt is dynamic for sure, and Acuff is special. And then the front court, you've got rim protection.
Yeah, we got two.
When they get their bodies back and have some extra depth.
Yeah.
The late games are tough on us old folks.
Carter Knox, DJ Wagner, both were on that run.
Yeah, no, I
last year
agree.
to the
I'm biased.
NCAA tournament.
But I'm just saying, beautiful
and
pass.
There's the finish.
Let's
Silky
go.
smooth, gliding through the air, changing hands. Acuff for 2 more.
He changes hands.
I will say this: over the
50%
past few
of the
weeks,
time.
Billy
And
Richmond has gotten better with his passing.
Yeah.
That he has for this game.
And the whole team has, really.
They must be hammering that in practice.
That time put on display by Tomba.
Razorbacks defensively, 3rd time holding SEC opponents to 30 points or less in a half.
Yeah.
First time they've ever done that in SEC play, 3 times in a row.
A rare mistake there by Acuff. LSU numbers.
Hey, Life on Earth, appreciate
no
you
finish.
stopping on
How about a second one?
coming through.
How about the 3rd time's the charm, or is it?
If you haven't
No,
subscribed, we
offensive
appreciate it if you
foul
would.
call. And Matt McMahon irate over that whistle. And Ewan got popped, so he's down. Oh gosh, yeah, he is bleeding profusely, and so that's what drew the whistle. We couldn't really see that from here, but no doubt they will look at it on review.
Ruling on the floor is a common foul for an offensive foul on 8 for LSU. That play is under review.
Well, obviously it wasn't on this first play. Oh, yeah, that left elbow comes down as he's still fighting for the basketball.
Now, we got a flagrant one in the last game for that. Oh, right in the nose. In the mouth.
Kind of on the left side of the temple. What a shot. And it looks like they're going to take him back to the locker room. Really hope that he's okay.
Yeah, you could see the blood gushing out of there, so they're going to obviously have to tend to that. That
man might be in a concussion protocol for a week.
Scarier looking shots where, you know, you always stop play when you've got a little bit of blood, but that was something next level.
Yeah, he come down quite hard on that.
And I sincerely do not believe that's anything intentional.
You
I believe
shut up.
The arm's coming down and crosses the head of Malik Ewing. But I think it will be upgrading. Coach Cal's going back to check on him.
Yeah, Coach Cal is going to leave the bench and head to the locker room and make sure.
Hey, LDW, welcome to the
Malik
channel.
Ewing, who's a 6'10" senior and a valuable player. We're talking about the
show
the
anyway.
size and the
If you
length
haven't
of
subscribed, we'd
Arkansas.
appreciate it if you would.
Here's a
Hit
guy
that like button.
Last year in the ACC,
if you haven't
led the
already,
conference in field goal percentage as a Florida State Seminole.
He said, "Empty the benches." Cal can't afford any more injuries.
11 points, 5 rebounds a game.
He'll be okay. He's
Conference
prize
play.
fighter. They'll go back there and stitch him up, and he'll be back.
Is certainly very valuable to this.
Not tonight, but he'll be back.
Arkansas squad.
After review, the offensive foul has been upgraded to a flagrant 1 on LSU number 8. It'll be 2 shots for Arkansas and the ball on the baseline.
And I think it's the correct
At least
call.
Coach Cal checks on his players, unlike other people.
You're like, you know, we're already down
Zoo, I definitely think it's going to be
28
upgraded.
points, you know, but at the end of the day, it's above the shoulder. And remember the definition: unnecessary or excessive. And it could fit either of those two categories.
Which one gets you tossed?
And it wasn't
Two,
a
flagrant
basketball
2.
play. It's not about intent, right? But
I don't think he did, but I think because it draws so much blood and cut him open, I think they did it.
An upgrade to a flagrant 1. I think the officials got it right.
Well, that's a key point you just made. You know, remember years ago we used to actually have what was called an intentional foul. We removed that vernacular from the rules. Flagrant does not have to be intentional.
Is this how we decide who gets the free throw if you're the best duo freshman in the country?
This is how you and I decide.
That's good.
This is how you and I decide who pays for dinner tonight, Fish.
No doubt. No doubt. This is good, man. You know what, though? And I will say this. Since Coach Cal has come to Arkansas,
I agree.
man, you have that family feel. He's got Coach Kenny Payne with him, Coach Flynn. He's got his son. I mean, it's just a family atmosphere in Arkansas.
Well, I'll tell you what. You can't go wrong with either one of those guys. They both shoot 83 at the line in SEC play. So when you're both that good, sometimes you have to determine it with old school rock, scissors, paper. Another hard foul in this game. We've had quite a few in the second half. You could always go odd or even, maybe a little hot potato. I mean, there's a number of ways to determine that, Fish.
I just think there's too much time left, Billy. I don't know that our second string is guys coming in could hold a lead
Coach
like that.
Cal
We don't have a
talked
deep
to us about the fact that
roster
he's
when it comes to that much time.
continuing to recruit freshmen work. Now, I know what everybody's going to say. Well, not everyone gets your type of freshman.
Right.
And Mobley, I agree. That's probably
We
more
have
of it right there.
more
Is padding the
freshmen in
stats.
college basketball making an impact than maybe ever this year. And I think it's very important for staff to remember as you try to wait and get to the transfer portal that there's quality freshmen out there that are making impacts right now in their first season from multiple schools.
Yeah, if you extrapolate it outside of the SEC, including obviously the great freshmen we have here. We talked about Amen at Tennessee, seeing an A-Cup today. DeBonza of BYU is unreal, a 6'9" superstar. And then you go when he does.
Yeah, it looked like he just tried, Malik.
Kansas is terrific. I tell you who I love, the Burries kid in Arizona. Really good guard.
We could go all day.
Yeah. Brazil.
Oh, my goodness.
Weaving left to right, throws it up, and a perfect kiss for the and one.
That man just
Really
said,
good.
here you go.
Really good because at that size, 6'10", you got to respect the shot fake and his ability to put it on the floor, absorb the contact. You talked about luck. I mean, that was a little luck probably there. I don't know. That was a lot of skill. That was a lot of skill. He flipped that wrist. He flipped that wrist at the
LW.
end.
Absolutely.
But his
The
progression
kiss.
under Coach Cal has been outstanding.
10 points, 11 rebounds. You can now give Brazil a double-double.
There he's got his
to go along with
double-double.
5 blocks.
And if you're just tuning in,
Absolutely, hero.
this was from the tip. Arkansas came out defensively and established. Man, Billy Richmond with the rebound, and then when they get out in transition, this guy is so good.
Goodness gracious. That's just not even fair. A hezzy, and then you just put it in high gear and go right at the rack.
Yeah. And physically, he absorbs the contact. He can take the contact a lot more than what you would imagine.
28 for A-Cup, so he's now averaging over 30 points a game in the 2 meetings against LSU. Watch the change of pace here on this play.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe Cal got them to schedule me this game to make me rethink my SEC Player of the Year, but it's certainly working, man. This guy, between the legs, change of pace, change of direction, off of the window. Now, stop asking for that foul now. You're not there yet. LeBron's got everybody doing that, man. Every play they asking for a foul.
Oh, man.
But it's going to be hard
Yeah,
for him not to win
he's
that
probably going to
award.
get 30
Even
plus.
if they were to finish second
sure.
in the SEC because of his impact and dominance.
Man, that's what you call an ass whooping.
Yeah, it's just plain old putting belt to ass right here.
I mean,
Look, it's hard to argue.
It's hard to argue. I mean, there's some really good candidates.
I'd vote for
this
that,
year.
LW.
Razorbacks have now made 7 of
Yeah,
the last
Malik,
8.
for real, man.
And are well on their way to an 8-3 mark in conference play. A-Cup. No.
Oh, there it is.
Big fella. That's what I expect to see out of him. I told him at the shoot-around today. For a guy like Coach Cal and Kenny Payne, the associate head coach, that's put guys like Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, the list goes on and on. If they can't get it out of you, no one can.
What I like about the addition of Pringle, it's hard to forget. Just a couple of years ago, he was on a Final Four team with Alabama.
Yeah. Out of Seabrook, South Carolina. Last year, he goes back home and plays for Lamont Paris. Didn't work out.
Oh, that's
so he
Pringle.
decided to go with
I
Coach
might have
Cal.
said Billy on that.
And I think he's huge. I think he's a solid
That's what Pringle
assassin on
gives you
this
right
team.
there.
Defensively, he needs to be an anchor. He needs to be lethal on the offensive and defensive glass.
You got
and
it.
then offensively, when he makes plays, he can make plays. But they've got enough offensive power where he doesn't have to be that guy offensively. But if he can establish inside presence and give them a basket
you're right,
when they
Jeff.
go through some droughts, then that would be crucial too.
And we know it's in there because on that Final Four team, he averaged over 6 rebounds a game for Alabama.
There's 4:14 to go in the game, and they just hit 50
And
points.
He's a heady player. He got a nice basketball IQ.
Look at our
Sneaking
freshman.
toward the 4-minute mark.
Ooh.
As Thomas draws a whistle with 4:04 to go.
Yeah, Miss Kathy.
Well,
I
you've
just
seen
said the same thing.
Arkansas, You've seen Florida.
That's good defense.
saw
You
what
can hold a
Vandy
team to
did
that right
in
there.
the game leading up to ours here tonight with a big road win at Auburn. Who's your team? I mean, who's the best team in this league?
Appreciate you
right
getting
now?
us to 80 likes.
Well, I think everybody's got to go with the defending national champs, right? And until someone knocks them off of their seat.
We're one subscriber
time
away
will
from
tell.
935.
I do think the steps that have been taken, not only by the versatility of the bigs for Florida, like they're not just rebounders, defenders. They are playmakers, and they have versatility. And I think Micah Handlogten is going to be crucial He gives them additional
Luke,
length,
thanks for
additional
subscribing.
depth if they get into foul trouble. And then their guards are coming. They're
Well,
coming. Boogie Flan is coming.
That's I was just going to say that the 6 degrees of Cal, Boogie Flan, a Cal recruit and former Cal player. He started off sluggish. He's come on.
Yeah.
And with Boogie Flan playing at a high level to go along with that front court, which is good as any in the country, Florida is right now clicking on all cylinders.
Well, I think he took pride in going up against LeBaron Philon when they played against Alabama. So I want to see him matched up against Darius Acuff. I'll have my popcorn waiting.
Zamba now with 11 points and 7 rebounds. Good day at the office. Just too little, too late. Brazil takes it strong and gets hammered.
He was going to bring the rim down right there.
Well, I talked about popcorn. Grab your popcorn and look at Nick Pringle. Woo! Big fella. On popping in the PMAC.
Nick said, let me post.
That brisket was delicious.
Yeah, brisket time. Yes, sir. We got to hit our 80 like mark. We can still go use more, though, if you got it in you. There's 81. Let's go. Who's going to be our 935th subscriber?
Ooh, who's going to be?
Who's it going to be?
Who's it going to be?
Who wants to be that dude or lady? We take either one. Fajitas and margaritas, Malik A. Cuff says. Absolutely.
The best margaritas are in Mexico, though. I'm not gonna lie, Sarge.
Nah, I've been to Tijuana.
That tequila down there is different.
Yeah.
That stuff's like Kool-Aid down there.
I'm biased putting it out there. TB, 12 points, 12 rebounds, 4 steals, and 5 blocks. Hashtag all purpose. Absolutely.
I cannot complain.
Absolutely. Absolutely. LDW says edibles and granddad. Absolutely. I'm picking up what you're putting down, LDW.
1, 2, 3. Hey, look at the smiles, man. It just shows you. Got to remember these are young men having a great
Absolutely,
time.
hero. I'm biased all over it.
28 points, and how efficient has Acuff been? 13 of 22, 5 assists. And then Malik Thomas doesn't get enough credit defensively. Got 4 rebounds along with 3 steals to go. And they're certainly on my all-freshman team. I would add Nate Ament, Malachi Moreno, and Amari Allen at Alabama to be my all-freshman team right now. But to have 2 of those is a place where Cal has been
They
very
stuffing the
familiar.
stats tonight like you do to
Boy, is he
Thanksgiving
ever.
turkey.
I mentioned the 7 All-Stars from the Southeastern Conference. 5 of those, of course, coming from Cal's tree, going back to Kentucky. How about this? Tyrese Maxey, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the reigning MVP.
Pretty good, huh?
Jamal Murray,
wow,
Devin Booker, and Karl Anthony Towns. If you want to win yourself a bar bet tomorrow, you could ask somebody, well, who are the non-Cal, non-Kentucky SEC guys to make it to the All-Star game? Anthony Edwards of Georgia and Kevin Durant, who played for one Rick Barnes at Texas. 7, by the way, leads all conferences.
What a rebound by Pringle there.
Yeah. To the All-Star game. 3-on-2 and a block, but a foul.
It wasn't a block, he grabbed his
to the
arm.
free throw line. I mentioned earlier, it is Mardi Gras season, and
Yeah, I know, DJ.
Initially, Fish, you were afraid of Mr. Kincaid.
Well, I wasn't afraid, but I was uncomfortable with that man.
Did we reach 100 tonight?
So
I said, with that face right there, hold on. What you doing? That's what I needed to know.
Yeah,
but
we needed
we
to know.
got cool afterwards.
Kincaid.
I was like, let me get my handkerchief. You see what I told him? I said, watch your step,
2:52 to go.
Watch your step.
Yeah.
I think we get to 95.
I said, watch your step.
Tonight.
I said, watch your step, young
I
fella.
think Kincaid is living rent-free in your head.
You know, it looked like one of those
Yep,
scary
Greg,
movies
I sure
that you
have.
see late at night
Chucky,
when you turn the
Kincaid.
channel on.
Long years ago, though.
Well,
I haven't had alcohol in 26 years.
The nightmare tonight has been provided by
when
Arkansas.
I did
because
try
they have
that,
been
a
scary
long
to
time
go
ago.
against in this game. Both ends of the floor from the opening tip on.
I like that I just saw Cal showing a little bit of matchup zone, because I think in order for them to get to Indianapolis, he's going to have to mix it up. You know,
He doesn't like to play much of it.
no, but he's going to need to mix it up.
Uh-oh, here
It's
comes the
just
Siberian
teams are
Express.
too good this year.
Let me ask you, as a former sharpshooter versus the LSU break, a rare one tonight. Oh, got to go straight up with that big man. He finally, unnecessary pump fake by Sutton.
Hey, man, they got 10 blocks on the night, man. He got traumatized.
It's exactly
Tough
what
out
happened.
here.
You're probably thinking King Cake might come out of the floor and block one. But as a former sharpshooter, your days at Auburn, when you see a zone, did you get excited?
Oh, my eyes lit up.
Yeah.
That's easy. That's easy pickings. And Coach Cal getting some of the guys who get a lot of hard work in practice. I thought this was an excellent display of what the Razorbacks can be. And candidly, for the LSU Tigers, this is a reminder that you have to continue to show your support to Coach Matt McMahon when it comes to getting the type of players that they need. Now, they've got their two better players out, Jalen Reed, DJ Thomas, so that's tough to compete for anybody who takes their top two players off the team.
The only suspense left in this one, can Arkansas hit the century mark? They've done it 5 times this year. The last
Siberian
time was
Express
in
says,
SEC play against the
You don't come in here with that.
74 victory. You take a look at the upcoming 5 games, Fish. What do you see here? I mean,
Don't
if
get
you
to come
look
in
at
here
it,
with
they're
what?
about to improve
with that weak sauce.
to 8-3 in SEC play. What do you think they look like after those 5 games?
Well, you got a desperate Auburn team now after that
Kurt
home loss against
said he ran into a tree.
Auburn was
Yeah,
dominant.
that's a big boy.
Neville Arena earlier in the season versus the Razorbacks. They won't pay back. Then you got to go on the road to Alabama, another team that when they're at their best can compete with anybody in the country. Knocked off Clemson, knocked off Illinois, right? There's no easy basketball games. Now this one, as we said, top 2 players for LSU weren't here tonight, and Arkansas played their best basketball. They did what they should do against a limited LSU team.
We're limited too.
90 seconds with the backups in for the Razorbacks. That is Elmir
Nobody afraid to.
Jokic, who they were
No,
trying
and
to
nobody.
feed
Everybody afraid
down
to shoot
low.
the ball now.
7-foot Bosnian. Goes by EJ, which for a play-by-play guy is very convenient. Right there with you guys. I'm calling him EJ. Strong take. And a couple of points for Mosley. And now LSU is going to get its backups in here.
This is not easy for Coach Matt McMahon. He was accustomed to winning 30-plus games at Murray State, went to the NCAA tournament 3 times. And remember, before those 2 guys go down, 12-1 in non-conference. They were top 15 in offensive efficiency coming into SEC play.
I had their opener at Texas A&M without DJ, and that was a 1-possession game. They had a chance to tie it late on a 3 that did not drop. They play hard, they play well, but tonight just overmatched. Under a minute to play. We started off the night on SEC Network with a big win for Vanderbilt over at the Neville Arena. And the 21st ranked Arkansas Razorbacks making a statement here tonight. Again, they do not have a bad loss all season long. Every loss they do have is a quad 1 loss. Final seconds will tick away. The Razorbacks will finish this one up with a 91-62 victory. And improved to 18-6
Good job,
overall,
boys.
8-3 in the SEC.
Let's
They lead this
go.
one wire to wire. 40 minutes of really good basketball for Coach Cal and company. Happy birthday, John Calipari. What a way to celebrate it with a Razorback dub.
Yeah, he said, tell people to stop texting.
Yeah, we will, Big L.
It's his
I think
birthday.
that's definitely going to go out
Just
before the
just
season's
joking.
over, before the tournament starts.
420-point win in
I would
SEC
think.
Play, right? Most since 1996,
I'm with you, Shannon.
97. Excellent display by the Razorbacks.
I'm glad that we won 2 back-to-back.
Yeah, 3. We won Oklahoma, Mississippi State, and now this one. That's 3 road games in a row.
That is true.
Razorbacks win it big as
With
we
7
second
players,
studio.
yeah. DJT, you're right. Roll
Straight ahead on
Blizzy.
SEC now. How about
All
it?
right,
After
let's get this off here and go to the basketball screen. Here we go. And if you could bring up the stats for the game, YT, I'll go over them real quick for the guys that want to see the totals. And we'll get that out of the way. See, on this screen, you get to see how fat Sarge is. See that? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Fluffiness. Kirk, you know it, man. We appreciate you for coming in.
Nope.
Just give us a second, get the stats all up. And Malik, appreciate you as always.
Hey, Meta, when does this?
What in the world? Where is this?
Hey, Meta, play my Beast Mode playlist.
Thank you. Good Lord. Trying to get us.
Oh, trying to get us demonetized if we even could. But we can't, so you ain't got to worry about it.
I don't think that screen's big enough.
Yeah, it's not. Let me go to it.
Hold on.
I got
Hold on. I might be able to.
I got to change that. This one anyway because it doesn't.
Here.
It says Georgia Bulldogs on
I
it.
shrunk my.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right, we got the stats for the game. It is not against Georgia, so don't. Here, we'll just get rid of that, and so you don't get confused. Against LSU tonight, we had Nick Pringle with 23 minutes with 4 points. He was 2 from 3 from the field, 0 for 1 from the free throw. He had 2 rebounds, 1 steal. Pretty, Pringle kind of night. Trevor Brazil, he had more than 7 points, so that's not right.
Oh,
I don't
it's
know.
first game. Sorry, I hit the wrong one.
Oh, yeah, because it definitely wasn't 85-81.
Let's see here. February 26. My bad.
There we go. I was going to say, I thought Pringle did a little bit better than that, but.
There we go.
There we go. There's Pringle with. Yeah, he did. He had 4 more
My
points this time
bad.
around. He was 3 from 3 from the field in 18 minutes. Had 5 rebounds, 1 turnover, 1 block, 3 offensive boards, 2 defensive boards. Trevor Brazil had 37 minutes. Damn near played the whole game. 14 points, 4 from 8. He was 1 for 4 from the 3-point land. 5 from 6 from the stripe, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 4 blocks, 4 steals, 5 blocks, 11 defensive rebounds, 1 offensive rebound. The man did just about everything he could tonight. They had a double-double. Dude he went off tonight. And that's the kind of Trevor Brazil we need on a regular basis if we plan to go chasing a chip in March. Darius Acuff played 36 minutes. He had 28 points, so everybody that said 28, congratulations, you hit it. He was 13 of 22, 1 of 4 from three-point land, 1 of 1 from the charity stripe. He had 2 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 turnovers, and 2 defensive rebounds. Another great night on the floor for Darius. The GOAT also played 36 minutes with 13 points, 5 of 9 from the field, 3 from 4 from the charity stripe. He had 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 2 offensive rebounds, and 3 defensive rebounds for his 5. Malik Thomas, 34 minutes, 20 points, 6 of 13 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 7 of 9 from the charity stripe, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block, and 4 defensive rebounds. Malik doing his part as the freshman duo. Malik Ewing, 18 minutes played, had 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 block. He had 2 offensive boards and 4 defensive rebounds. And then the backups come in and had pretty much nothing happen. So total points, so we obviously 91. We were 35 of 62 for 56% from the floor. We'll take that all day long. 3 points, we were 25%. We could get better at that, but we only took 12 for the game. So, it is nice to see that we didn't get 3 happy. And free throws, we were 75%. That'll get it done. Would like to see a little higher if we could, but I'm not going to complain with 75% on the road. Rebounds, we had 36. We had 10 assists to 10 turnovers. In a game like this, I'd like to see that in the single digits, but 10 isn't bad for a game at all on the road. We had 7 steals, 10 blocks, and 8 offensive rebounds and 28 defensive rebounds for the total for the game today. Seeley played quite a bit. He had 13 minutes with 4 points, 1 of 2 from the field. Had 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 assist, 1 turnover, which he could have had 6 points if he would have caught the alley-oop he let slide through his hands. But, it is what it is. He's still learning. That's bonus 13 minutes for him. Which is 2 games back-to-back there where he's played significant minutes with Carter Knox and Wagner both down. Now we got to just make sure that Malik Ewing comes back after getting elbowed in the head and cut open. I'm sure he'll be ready for the next game. He's going to have a knot on his head maybe, but he should be good to go. So there's your
Definitely
recap.
gonna hurt.
Yeah, he's going to have a soft spot for sure. But this is the way you would look at the stats in the final right now and think we played this game at Bud Walton Arena. The fact that we let them even hang around close to us at home, Bud Walton, just tells you how far we've come since the last time we played them. And like we said earlier, this is our 3rd consecutive road game we've won, and which is great to see. We're getting on track on the road. We just need to make sure we defend our home court and not, shit the bed like we did against Kentucky. But we beat Oklahoma, Mississippi State, and now LSU on the road. And if I'm not mistaken, I do think we have Auburn coming in to Bud Walton Saturday. Will be the next game, I think. But, yeah. We'll go through the barracks real quick and make sure Unbiased says our defensive rating improved by 3 points. That's good. Thanks, Sergeant YT. Hey, Gluck's not a problem. We're glad you're a member of the SAR squad. We appreciate you,
Absolutely.
man. Steven, appreciate you. Absolutely. It looks like we got everybody is Unbiased said wrong. Yeah, we figured it out. Twizzles ×2. Appreciate you for stopping through. So yeah, man, that's gonna be it for the show tonight. A quick recap of the stats, and we appreciate everybody. Remember, we're on that road march to 1,000. Our next checkpoint is 950. We at last checked, we were at 9:34, and we are still at 9:34. So our next live telecast will be Friday night at 7:00 for the Razorbacks opening baseball game down in Texas. So if you're a baseball fan, you like baseball, make sure you hit that bell so you get the notification when we go live. We'll probably go live about 6:45, and we will be bringing you all the baseball. So we appreciate you guys that come through tonight, all the likes, and all the great conversation. And for now, you're dismissed, and we'll see you next time.
Way off in the distance.